What's going on, everybody? It's Neil from 2AF. It's the end of the month. It's time to talk about another gun history / gun story video. Today we're going to be talking about the HK416 Recce. We talked about my SBR, the tanadized one, maybe a couple months ago or so. But we had a good client in the shop today, and we started talking about this gun. And man, we were talking about the different pieces on it, and it kind of made for a good story. So I knew it was time to do another video, and I thought this would be a good one to do it on. So this gun came in a lot of different pieces that, you know, it probably wasn't finished, or at least in the configuration you see it in now, for, you know, over 10 years or so. I've had this upper since about 2005 or 2006. It is an AF date code, if you can see that. So that means it's a 2005 upper, and I've probably had it about that long, possibly 2006, but not after that. And it's a 14.5-inch 416 over the beach upper. So it's not an MR556 upper that we've kind of, that you know, someone redid. This one is an HK416 14.5-inch upper. Had it, like I said, since about 2005, 2006. I've had this Night Force 2.5 to 10 by 24. Actually, I think I had this from before having had that upper, but used it on here. There used to be a Knight's Armament one-piece mount on there. Probably sometime around the time I got this lower, I changed to the Night Force ultralight rings. There's also a set of Knight's Armament backup sights on here. That flip-up front sight is one of the older style ones. Those are kind of cool. It's just a difference. They changed it. The new ones have like ribs in here now for new ones. So this is just one of the older style ones. For a long time, I had an LMT lower on this gun, but wanted to get an HK lower. HK lowers are really not very easy to come about, and if you do find one, they're pretty expensive. So I reached out to a friend, Larry Vickers, and he helped me get this lower. That probably wasn't until like, I don't know, I'm going to guess like 2020, sometime around there. So that's when I got this lower for it. There's also, you know, these aren't super uncommon, but this is like one of the HK mags, but it's a 20 rounder. They're around, you just don't see them nearly as often as the 30 rounders. Like I mentioned, this is a 14.5-inch hammer forged barrel. We've got the Advanced Armament blackout, 51 tooth blackout pinned and welded on here to bring it out to over 16 inches. I doubt you're going to be able to see this, but this is yeah, you can't really see anything there. Anyway, this is an Advanced Armament 762, an Advanced Armament 416 SD silencer. To the best of my knowledge, these are really just like M4 2000s, but they are marked 416 SD, and these were like cans that went to the Navy. This is a pretty low serial number. It's like in the 70s. Actually, the cool story about this can too, it has, I don't know if you can see there, it has an end cap strike on it, right? And I got it from Chris Costa. So Chris Costa, I think he used to be on like Advanced Armaments SOT, and so they would send him cans so that he could test and evaluate while he was doing classes, while he was working at Magpul Dynamics. And I think Advanced Armament got sold, and he wasn't on the SOT anymore, so he had to send them back. When that happened, somebody who worked there, you know, they said, you know, I had mentioned that there was an end cap because we were going to send it back for him. I had mentioned that there was a strike on the end cap, and they were like, well, you just want it? And so, yeah, actually, I was able to get this can for nothing. It did have an end cap strike, but it's kind of cool because, like I said, it's I'm sorry, I keep saying 7.62. It's the 416 SD marked version, so that was kind of cool. The Night Force 2.5 to 10. This is another one that I sent back to them and had the reticle changed from, it was an MOA reticle and MOA knobs, and I had it changed to mil. So this has, like, I think the mil R reticle and 1/10 mil knobs on it now. Interesting. This is like 416. Yeah, this is one of the over the beach buffer tubes that are on here. And interestingly enough, a fair number of the HK buffer tubes are the commercial spec, so they're not the mil spec size buffer tube. So I use this Magpul CTR, and this is a one that fits commercial tubes. You can usually tell those because they have the big fat pad on the back, but if you replace that pad with the enhanced pad, you kind of can't tell so easily anymore that this is a commercial tube. Just standard trigger, PRI gas buster, charging handle that's on here. I kept the quad rail on the fore end for this one because the guns, the Recce guns that I had seen that would have a scope on it like this, they maintained the quad rails on there. Man, not a whole lot else to tell about this gun. An interesting thing, my normal precision ammo that I shoot would be Black Hills 77 grain, either the OTMs, the open tip match, or the TMKs, the tip match kings. And man, this gun would not shoot. I mean, it was like 3 MOA, 4 MOA. It was kind of driving me crazy. Clean the barrel, you know, shot it with the can, shot it without the can. Whatever it is I did, it just wasn't shooting really well. Then a friend of mine, James, was like, man, just try some different ammo. So I tried some Federal Gold Medal match and whew, shrunk right back up to, we're probably right about MOA or maybe just slightly under MOA. So for whatever reason, this gun doesn't shoot Black Hills 77 grade ammo very well at all, which is uncommon. That's usually pretty good ammo. So is Federal Gold Medal match for that matter. So I just have to remember not to shoot my normal precision ammo, which is that Federal Gold Medal, I'm sorry, that Black Hills, just to shoot Federal Gold Medal match out of these. So again, HK 416, this is set up in the Recce configuration, 14.5 inch 416 over the beach upper, has a 416 marked lower, 20 round HK mag, your standard HK grip, Magpul CTR, PRI gas buster, Knights Armament backup sights, Advanced Armament 416 SD suppressor, Night Force 2.5 to 10 by 24, and Night Force ultralight mounts. And that's it for today. Thanks for joining us. Again, it's Neil from 2AF. Don't forget to get signed up on the website for email notifications. And be sure to check out under brands, check out 2AF because we have started to do the 5.5 stitch t-shirts again. For a lot of the designs, we've also added some small decals. There's also some enamel pins on there. Check those out. The better those go, we'll keep coming out with new designs. And that's it again. Another episode of gun history, gun story videos. We usually do these the end of every month. Thanks again. It's Neil from 2AF, and take care.